It do not matter. Clip on a Ruger, look like a rule.
Okay, so I'm back, and before the video starts, it's greatly appreciated when you interact, so please like, comment, and subscribe. So this video is going to be the first part of Natalie and Jazz and they little whatever beef they got going on, whatever this is. Now, I would have put everything in one video, but y'all know how Jazz is when she gets to talking, she don't stop. I edited down, girl, it was still 11 minutes. So this video, Natalie, she done dug herself in the hole, bro, because these people, like the fans in the comments and these blogs and shit, they is not fucking with her at all. Okay, so all of this started because Jazz posted some pictures with Scotty and they about to either get on the jet or get off the jet. Natalie, she was pissed at these pictures. She was pissed. Now, mind you, Jazz is just now posting it. Scotty done posted pictures and videos with Jazz on this same jet like 2 weeks ago, last month, in May, sometime in May. But after Jazz posted it, Natalie, she just flies off the rails. I know, it's like, for what? So Natalie said, this is funny because Lemmy nor Scotty could approve of you flying, but me. LOL, I love this though. Happy you were able to finally ride the baddie's jet. You're welcome. Babe, I mean, to us, unprovoked. We don't know what the fuck y'all got going on. We don't. All we know, this is the very first thing that started this whole thing was Natalie posting this. We confused as hell. You know, it's kind of like you had to say that for what? Why are you mad at these pictures, right? And the people in the comments, they on her head because you just look like a hater. You know, it looked like you just mad for nothing. Started posting. She said, but I was told the whole time you talked mess about me on the jet, LOL. But called me the night before and I had to approve of you flying because Dolly and I was getting on the jet. This is so crazy to me. I have so many things I'm going to be speaking up about. Then she said, nothing moves unless I say so. But the messy stuff is coming to an end and I can promise you that. And if I get to talking, this is all going to be done and over with. She said, I've had enough. Too much weird and fake stuff. I officially can't hold it in anymore. Then she decided to be even more petty and went and posted Lex, Jayla, Dolly, and Summer. Child, even after all that, people were still calling Natalie weird. They said we did not understand what was going on. All we know is Natalie said someone told her Jazz was talking shit on the jet. Now, the thing is, the jet was going to Natalie's bookings. No, basically. So I guess she feel like if this jet going to my bookings and I found out you talking shit about me on the jet, you know, that's weird. So Jazz, she could have been talking shit about Natalie. She also could have not been talking shit about Natalie. We don't know. But Natalie said Jazz was talking shit. Now Jazz is saying she wasn't. And she started talking about a little bit of everything. Now, do y'all think Jazz was on there talking shit about Natalie or no? Which one? But Jazz responded, right? So first she posted receipts basically saying how this jet wasn't even the first jet she was on. Apparently she was on a jet a couple months ago, back in January or something like that. But then Jazz gets to talking. So first she was like, no one ever did nothing to Natalie, or at least her. She ain't do nothing to Natalie. Natalie is just being a jealous, envious hater, basically. Then she was like, this day when her and Scotty took these pictures, Natalie wasn't there. But she was there on a different day. And her and Jazz were cool, and they even took pictures together, and she was going to post the pictures. She just haven't yet. Okay, so my question is, did Natalie know she was talking shit when she was there, or was it after everyone left? Because if you knew she was talking shit before she was there, and then you still went and took pictures and stuff with her, when was she talking shit? That's my question. Now, when Natalie said that Jazz had to call her to get approval to get on the jet, this is what Jazz is saying. She's saying someone who else was on the jet, you know, Natalie's not there yet, by the way. She said Natalie had an issue because sometime in the past, Jazzmina said Natalie only likes girls that D-ride her. Jazz ain't even the first person that said it. Well, not the first baddie that said that, but you know, Natalie, she don't like it. Even whenever one of the baddies say it, she don't like it. And I think, who was the first one that said it? Was it Anna? But hey, her and Anna, they don't like each other now. But apparently, according to Jazz, when her and Natalie talked about the jet and stuff, Natalie was telling her, Jazz, I never had an issue with you. I always said you was a baddie. Haven't I said that? Blah, blah, blah. The only issue was you was probably going to be on the jet when Dolly was going to be on the jet. And I know y'all two got beef or something. So apparently, Dolly felt the way when remember when Jazz went and exposed when they was talking on the bus and Dolly was like, the chain probably fake and they got us fighting and all this other shit. Dolly didn't like that. So I was like, whoa, so Natalie did see that. So she do know about that. I'm assuming she just didn't care. But the way their schedules were, Jazz and Dolly, their schedules didn't intertwine, so they wasn't going to see each other at all. My bad. Jazz also said that Natalie said that she wasn't the reason that Jazz wasn't back on baddies. It's Lemmy fault, and eggs Lemmy because he know why. I ain't gonna lie, that sound like some shit Natalie would say. She Jazz, she feels like Natalie only like people that she a little girl. You know, she don't like people that she can't boss around, basically. And I was just kind of saying this about Scotty when Natalie was like, I don't like the new Scotty. And I'm like, well, no, Scotty just not taking the bullshit no more. That's what I think you don't like. In my opinion, Scotty got more power than Natalie want her to have because she's with Lemmy, and Natalie do not like that. She don't. She was like, Natalie like girls that jump when she say jump. Natalie like girls that dick suck her. Natalie like girls that eat her ass, basically. And she's not one of them girls that's gonna do that. Jess also felt like the situation was kind of the pot calling the kettle black because she felt like Natalie didn't have an issue with what she exposed. You know, Dolly talking shit about the chain and the network. I don't know if they had an issue or if they talked about it. If they did, it wasn't online. Now, Jazz is also claiming that Natalie told... She said Natalie said that. I don't know if Natalie told Jazz, like, straight to her or she told someone else and they told Jazz or whatever. Well, was Natalie the topic in this chat? Like, did she tell you that? Well, I didn't even tell you what she said. Okay? So, Jazz is saying that Natalie said, Summer, Lex, and Dolly are, like, super immature. This season really opened her eyes. Now, when she said that, my mind went to Rolly saying... I was trying to tell the big three to stop doing wild stuff all season, y'all. They was really doing some crazy stuff. She said that Natalie said, but Dolly is a little more mature than Lex and Summer. And it may be because she's older than them. You know, Lex is not Lex. Dolly is 32, right? 32? She said Natalie did not want Lex or Summer on the jet. You know, basically feeling like the big three showed their true colors. Now, she also said Natalie always screaming she's not an internet type of person, but she went straight to the internet with this instead of calling her phone, and they got each other numbers or on Instagram in the DMs, and you could have called her. Basically, that's what she's saying. Jazz feels like Natalie looks stupid, considering Natalie just said Jazz was so immature and she don't want her on the jet, but now you tagging her just to be against her. Also, the fact that Summer just made y'all network look stupid as hell with the Immature comment. I personally feel like it was both of them. Summer said the disgusting comment, and Zeus kept it in the edit. They did edit it out now, but it was after all the backlash they was getting. And it's not even like the stuff made only Zeus blogs. That stuff was everywhere. Everywhere. And Jazz said Zeus is getting sued by the Immature Foundation. When she said that, my jaw dropped. Cause getting sued, that was my first time hearing it. But I type it on TikTok. It's a couple people talking about it from weeks ago. I did not know they was getting sued. That's on them editors, bro. That's on that. Well, not even just on the editors, because I'm pretty sure Lemmy and Natalie and them gotta watch the episode before it come. Like, you have to. Why would you not? All of y'all felt like it was such a good thing. Not even a good thing. Y'all felt like it was tea and it wasn't. Like, I don't know how many people one episode gotta go through to get the final approval. And I'm hoping it's a lot, because these girls say wild shit all the time. And y'all, no, I mean, them getting sued. It's like, yeah, that shit like that happens. You knew what you was doing. Question, I have a question. Do y'all think they gonna bring Summer back after that? As in Zeus. Y'all think she's gonna be on the next season? Yes or no? I think she is. And it's gonna be some more weird shit that goes on. She's gonna say something or do something. They gonna keep bringing her back, bro. You went and disrespected Slim's father, and he's deceased, and she did nothing to you. Y'all had no type of beef whatsoever. You put yourself in a situation. That shit was weird. But what she do? She apologized for it. She told that gunshot victim that it was her fault and she set a man up. But what did she do? She went and apologized for it. Then she brought up Immature, disrespecting him. But what she do? She went and apologized for it. This is why a lot of people call her a liability to the network. And people could call her that, I agree. But also, the network was at fault as well. Make sure, yeah. But y'all, here goes what Jazz said, okay? Here we go.
Listen, ain't nobody do nothing to Natalie. Nobody did nothing to Miss Nunn, okay? Natalie is mad because I posted pictures of me and Scotty on a jet. That was 3 weeks ago. I'm late posting. Scotty posted her pictures almost 2 weeks ago. The same pictures with the same caption. Is mad and upset for no reason. That's the real tea. She's jealous and envious. She's a fucking hater and she can't hide it. It's bleeding through her fucking crusty ass face. I have pictures from the second day I was on the jet when Natalie was actually there, because these pictures, this post that she's mad about, she wasn't even there. She wasn't even in attendance. She wasn't left out of the post. I have a whole prepped and prepared and ready to be posted of me on the jet with Natalie. I even DM'd Natalie on May 31st and told her, like, I'm going to add these pictures of me and you that we took in our slide. I'm waiting on them to get edited. That was day 2. Total different jet, total different outfit, total different vibe that I was going to post tomorrow. When I DM'd her and told her that I was going to put her in the slide May 31st, the bitch didn't even respond. She didn't even open my message. The real bitch that I am still got the content edited and was going to post it because we was turning the fuck up. We had a good fucking time. I was going to post it. Damn, bitch. Can you fucking be patient? Can you wait? You weren't on this jet. So at this point, it's like, what are you really truly mad about? You're mad and upset because me and Scotty was having a fucking time and we looked cute. Who invited me, who approved me, and this and that. No, Natalie did not invite me on the jet. I'm not tacky enough to be invited anywhere by Natalie. 2, Scotty invited me on the jet. That's my girl, one of the real that's on the Baddies franchise. She, invited me on the jet, but it was then told to me, you feel me, that Natalie had an issue with me coming on the jet. Like, when the conversation came up about Jasmine Renee being on the jet, Natalie had an issue. And her issue was she didn't like what I said on the internet about how she only with the girls who dick ride her and that she don't appreciate me calling the other girls dick riders who actually are dick riders. She didn't like that. So she didn't feel like I should come on the jet because of what I said. And I was like, damn, that's crazy because plenty of people have said and done way more things that's way worse than that to Miss Nunn. And here she is tripping about little old me saying something about other people being dick riders. It's just giving like she wanted to find something, very much something to have a problem with me about. Bitch always wanted a fucking problem with me. Ben had a problem with me, always wanted a problem with me, unnecessarily, for no reason at all. It's a fucking personal problem at this point. I can't figure this shit out. So, it's dick riders, like, that's kind of slow. But let me hit her up because, they just want to make sure everything is cool and copacetic because this jet is going to her bookings. It wasn't about the jet. It was about her bookings. You feel me? But I didn't have no real deal issue with Natalie. So I called the bitch, she didn't answer. I text her. And to be honest with you, it wasn't even my fucking words. I had somebody else say what the fuck to say. Because I was like, I'm not apologizing for nothing. I'm not apologizing for the truth. I'm not apologizing when I didn't do anything wrong. But I will be the bigger person and text just to check the temperature to see what the vibes is. After I text her, she called back like in 5 minutes. And I was just like, hey, what's up, Nat? I heard that you had an issue with me coming, you feel me, to the Memorial Weekend tour dates. And I'm trying to see what's the real issue because I didn't know we had an issue because she never really indicated that there was one. And I'm not fucking Cleo. I don't read fucking minds. You feel me? All I do is tell the truth, say my piece, my perspective. Dick riders, like, that's kind of slow. But it's my perspective, and that's it. Ain't nobody complained, ain't nobody said nothing to me. So I'm like, what's really going on? And she was like, she literally denied everything. She was like, oh, I never said that. I never said anything like that. I never said I had an issue with you coming on the jet or coming to my bookings. I love you, Jazz. You're a real baddie. I've always said that. Haven't I always said that, Jazz? You know that I say this. Like, you're just such a real baddie. And I'm not even the reason why you're not on the show. Ask Lemmy why you're not on the show. He has the answers. It's not me. I don't have a problem with you. I just told everyone, like, the real baddies are off the show. You and Jayla are off the show. Like, I don't like that. And don't get me f***ing started on the shit that you said about them little f***ing... Because you on here trying to be funny, posting these whack ass... Like, oh, like I'm supposed to give a fuck about a tacky ass... You know what you said about them bitch phone. So do you really want to go there? Because the only reason why you even fucking with them bitch is because they some dick riders, like I fucking said. And when you say jump, them bitch is my... And you know that I'm not that type of bitch. I'm not that type of girl. You can't little girl me. And that's the real tea. That's why you really don't fucking like me, bitch. You don't like no bitch that you can't little dog, that you can't little girl. You don't like no bitch, want no bitch on your platform that you can't say you made that bitch. You feel me? This the real fucking tea. That's what you like around you. Hoes that you could run. You can't run me. Now, granted, you was my boss at a point in time when I was on the show. And I still am grateful for everything, the opportunity, the experience, and all that. But bitch, you still not a real fuck you. Like, come on, Natalie. You steady bringing up Bummer this, Dolly that. Like, bringing up like I'm supposed to give a fuck. I don't care about that, Natalie. I don't. Like I said, you only who is dick riding, dick sucking, and running up behind your flat booty ass. No glow up for me, bitch. Ain't no glow up for me. So don't ever try to play that role like, oh, you're the only reason why, I'm the only reason why, this and that and this. Bitch, you ain't the only reason for shit over here. You're not the only reason for shit. It wasn't my first time on a jet. It wasn't my first time on TV. Like, come on now. Great platform. You feel me? I fuck with the platform. I fuck with everything. That's why I wanted to do the show. I never was no hating that. I always kept it a buck. 50. Like, don't ever fucking play with me, come for me, or none of that. I'm not them. I'm not one of them. Natalie, you know you said you didn't say that. You said you never said that. You said the only reason why you even was questioning my presence coming on the jet to the bookings was because Dolly may be coming because she's your new hairstylist, and that Dolly wants to fight me. She have a problem with me for exposing what she said about the baddies chain and about the network and about this and that and that. But it's like, that's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black, Natalie, because what's the real tea? Because you're not that mad about that. You're not that mad about dogging the fucking baddies chain. You're not that mad about dogging your show, dogging the network. So put a fucking sock in it, ho. You're mad at me for the wrong. You're mad at the wrong. I don't get it. Little do you know, I already knew that Dolly wasn't even coming on the days that I could come. I had to be in Washington, D.C. on Sunday. I told you I could only come Friday and Saturday. You said, oh, well, Dolly can't come on Friday and Saturday. She's only coming on Sunday. So you could come. I would love for you to come. That's what you said, Natalie. Don't get on here and try to be this big bad wolf, this big bad CEO and all this. Just don't do that. Because the same way I text you and called you, even though I didn't want to, you could have texted or called me, bro. You went straight to the internet. You claim she don't do internet. You're constantly saying, I don't do the internet. I don't do. Shut your up. You're a liar. You're the fucking liar. You're the fakest bitch. You feel me? And at first it was like, okay, I knew you had to be somewhat kind of fake to, keep the drama going on the show. But no, this shit is in you. Not on you, bitch. You're a fake lying. And I'm going to give you that. You do your shit with this show, with this reality TV. My hat goes off to you. You feel me? But you still a fake at the end of the day. And at the beginning of that bitch. You a fake Natalie. You were literally just saying how Summer and Lex and Dolly are so fucking immature, and this season open your eyes to them, and Dolly's older than them, so she's a little bit more mature, but this season is just showed you their true colors, how they're just so different, how it's just like so much that you can't fuck with, and Lex isn't coming on the jet at all, Summer's not coming on the jet at all, but Dolly's only coming on these 2 days that I'm not even coming. So why would you get on here and do all that? Why would you be in my DM bringing up Dolly and all that shit like Dolly was a factor? Dolly have nothing to do with me coming on the jet on those days. And you know this. Stop the act. The worst fucking part. This how I know that you a fucking con artist. You made that corny ass post really just jealous, hating on the post of me and Scotty. And you got backlash for it. Everybody's telling you how much of a hating that weird corny ass. So then you get on here and change the narrative like, oh, where you was talking about me on the jet. Lemmy said that you were talking about me on the jet. Talk about you for what? I'm drunk as hell. I'm high as hell. I'm on a jet, bitch. Turn the fuck up. I'm with a bitch who I actually fuck with. And we're having a good fucking time, good vibes, good energy. The only fucking time you were discussed on the jet was a reiteration of the conversation that me and you had the night before. Where you said that you didn't say the things that they said that you said. Like, talking about, oh, you talked about me the whole ride. Bitch, please don't ever flatter yourself. We touched base on me and your conversation for a brick minute and a half, ho. Because it was an update. They knew that they told me to call you and make it right, and I told them how the conversation went. Which I didn't even have to really tell Scotty because Scotty was there. She knew how it went already. For Lemmy. Nobody was talking about you on the jet, Natalie. Like, stop trying to play the fans because they eating your ass up because you really showing that you a hater because you can't hide it. Like, it's beating you up inside. Like, ain't you out of town? Ain't you on vacation? And you sitting over here finally saying something about shit that happened 3 weeks ago? Like, please, give it up, Nat. Example, just like on the show, on Baddies Midwest, the whole fucking post office scene. When I said I was going to the post office and you said I was lying, that whole scene was fucking edited. Every fucking cast member, whether they like me or not, they know that shit was edited the fuck out to make me look like I didn't say nothing. I literally told you in your face under that gazebo, I said, Natalie, I have no reason to lie to you. What the fuck am I gonna lie to you for? You lie when you scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you, Natalie. To be lying. Rolly even took up for me in that scene. She said, no, Jazzmina really did go to the post office. She knows that I was here. I was one of the first OGs here. She wasn't even gone for 15 minutes. They called her and said that we were starting the scene. She turned around. She only been gone for 15 minutes. But y'all cropped that out. All because y'all want certain people to look a certain way. And this is how you know you're a fucking cornball. To even be just going out your way promoting the bitch after she just said disrespectful comments to Immature, like, on your platform. Got y'all looking stupid. Got y'all looking weak as hell. Got the whole platform, the whole network looking like a bottom of the barrel ass fucking network. That's what a bitch did. To issue out apologies and shit. Y'all getting sued and shit by the Immature Foundation and shit. And you still on this bitch talking about that's my girl. And you're only saying that because of me?
Yeah, so that's it for this video. If you found it interesting, and I hope you did at least a little bit, please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your post notifications on. Thank you.